there everyone. Welcome to the full moon reading. I've had to say this more than once now. Full moon and lunar eclipse in Cancer. Alright, so what does this mean? Full moon with a lunar eclipse and it's in Cancer. When the full moon occurs, often we are very much on the emotional side. People have arguments, they feel like they want to cry for nothing. We have all sort of mixed emotions and things happening and going on with us. Because it's the full moon in Cancer, this just amplifies that, all right? And because it's a eclipse, this just amplifies it. However, this is really, really great energy today because this eclipse is pushing things out that are no longer serving us. So if we've been doing the work and, I think you're so sick of Shereen saying, get rid of what no longer serves you. This eclipse is here to give you that extra push to say, okay, you've been really working on this, let's give you that extra push and get it out of the way. So that's what it's all about. And because it's in Cancer, you're going to be more emotional because Cancer is very changeable. They're very home loving, so you might want to just hibernate. I actually had a couple of clients say that to me. So I'm just going to buy snacks, I'm going to hibernate this weekend, and I really feel like that myself. So once all the work is done, I'll be hibernating. But Cancer is, like I say, very changeable. It is emotional. It can be very moody. So this energy of what I was talking about 2 days ago, when emotions run high, intelligence runs low, we can really be at risk of that right now. We can be in a place where we are so edgy that we just bite someone's head off or say something wrong, especially when it comes to our kids and our parents, our friends, whatever, whoever you're surrounded by. Okay, be a little bit mindful of the fact that you can lean towards this energy right now because Cancer is here in full force. The moon is associated with Cancer. Emotions, emotions, emotions. So bear that in mind, all right? But this also means that during the phase of you letting go of, moving from one place to another, out with the old, in with the new, this can be a very emotional phase for you. It can be the ending of relationships. This is when you really feel it, all right? It can be the end of an era for you with whatever it is. It can be the loss of somebody. But you have to mourn your own self, your old self, basically. This is what this energy is about right now. Because you are changing and shifting into a new state of being and maybe as a new being, a new version of yourself. And we have to make peace with our old self and say, you know what, thank you for the lessons, but I now part from this. I don't want anything to do with it anymore. It's not a part of me anymore. And there is a place that you have to get to where you do have to mourn that old self, respect it, honor it, and say thank you for everything we've been through together, everything I've learned, but now's the time for me to move on to better things, to new things, to create a new version of myself because I'm moving into a new era. So this particular evening is very auspicious because this just gives you that bit of a push. It's going to make you want to cry. It's going to make you have a meltdown. It's going to make you say that thing to that person that you've been dying to say for so long. Okay? It's going to bring out reactions and different circumstances and events and things that come up that need to come up. It may not be comfortable, it may not be like what we'd really like to do right now, what we think we should be doing. If it needs to happen, it needs to happen, and it's sort of not within our control right now. All right. We could also be very cranky, worrying about things. Someone said to me tonight as well, I feel really worried and I feel uncomfortable because it's change and I'm not comfortable with change. But I know that it can possibly bring new opportunities for me. And that's the thing, the opposite of stagnation is movement. So that's what we have to do. In order not to stagnate, we need to move, we need to change, we need to embrace change. Change is our only constant. Things will never remain the same. Nothing stays the same. All right, that's just the way the world works. And without change and metamorphosis and evolving and all of this, we would never have any growth. We'd just be stagnant and sitting here and not really achieving or doing anything, not moving forward with our lives, not making progress in any way, whether that's with relationships or whatever the case is. So we really need to work on that. We need to accept the fact that we're a little bit crabby right now, maybe apologize when we have to, and just be okay with it, be gentle with ourselves and say, hey, hectic emotions now. Apologize in advance if you have to. Say, listen, if I'm a mean, nasty person right now, please forgive me. You don't have to explain the whole moon thing to them if that's not their thing. But just to keep that in mind. Alright, so Cancerians are also very homely. They're very home-based. So again, activities centered around the home. Maybe you want to work on something at home. Maybe you want to spring clean. That's a fantastic energy to do right now, or activity to do right now. And just being at home, being with friends, being with family, being in your comfort zone, that's where you need to be right now. You need to give yourself some R&R, and you need to maybe pat yourself on the back for everything you've done this year. Whatever the case is, just be at peace with it. If you mean and nasty and grumpy and lazy, be okay with it for today. Alright, because that's what it's doing, and it's pushing things out. And if you want to sit and cry and eat crisps, do it. Stuff chocolate in your face. Be okay with it. Forgive yourself. Alright, because this is the day when you're going to want to do these kind of things. Okay, so what else? That being said as well, we mustn't forget that this kind of energy, when we're at home and we're surrounded by our family and friends, there's support there. You may want to be alone and be secluded, but you may also want to know, hey, at least I know that the people are next door in the next room, and that matters to me, and that's good. So you don't want them in your space, so to speak, but you're very glad to know that they're nearby, and they will be supportive, and it's a good time to just be around family a bit. Okay, so tonight, I have no idea yet what I'm going to do. I was thinking about it earlier and all prepared, and then this energy happened in my life as well. So I've had to sort a few things out. I'm going to be using let me rather show you Isis Oracle cards tonight. It's been a long time, long overdue. I like to use them around the moon as well for moon energy. I'm going to be using Earth Wisdom Oracle. And the Earth Magic, which is really always great for my full moon and new moon readings. So I think I'm going to do two sides where I usually say what's coming in, what's going out, what do we need to know, all the rest of it. So I'm going to do that with two sides: the energy that's being pushed out and what is going to be achieved or come of it. What are the results that we're going to feel after this, like, emotional purging that is so draining and weird. And you know, some people have had ear infections because they feel off balance now as well. This manifests physically. Whatever's going on with you psychologically, or whatever's coming in as a collective energy, often manifests physically with us. Alright, so look for those signs. I'm very sorry, I need a sip of water. Look for those signs and think, what is my body doing? Am I dizzy? Do I feel off balance? Is it because I am off balance? These things manifest. Did I let someone get the better of me today? Do I feel overwhelmed? Am I like multitasking too much? Do I find that I'm bumping into things and hurting myself because I'm not centered? That happens. When you're not centered within yourself spiritually and psychologically, when your head heart space is not balanced, your physical body also starts doing this. So we walk past a desk and we, catch ourselves on our thigh and we think, oh, damn, that was sore. And we walk into the kitchen, we stand on someone's foot, or we bump into something else, or we drop a glass because we're feeling clumsy, we're feeling out of sorts, we're feeling off balance. We need to stop, breathe, and just say, okay, pull yourself toward yourself, center, get it together, and then carry on, and you'll see you'll bump into things less and do less clumsy stuff, because now you're mindful of this. You're trying to balance yourself. But if it really gets out of hand, we get something like an ear infection. Ear infections tend to put your body off balance because your ears govern your balance. Alright, but we're getting into other stuff now. But just be mindful of that. What's your physical manifestations, and what your acts, how you behave. Are you feeling like you're just jittery and fiddling all the time? Or are your actions calculated? Or, are you actually just doing things automatically with ease? Because then you know that you're balanced. You can grab this and do that, and you're just going because you're in the flow. If you're not in the flow, you're going to be all over the place. So watch your own behavior, be mindful, and see what needs to change and where you need to balance yourself again. Okay, so enough of that. I want to just see what the Isis Oracle cards say for us tonight about what is the energy that we're dealing with right now. What can it tell us about the energy that we're dealing with right now? Maybe some advice on the energy we're dealing with right now, but we never know what they want to say. So let's see. What do we need to know about tonight's energy with the full moon in Cancer and the lunar eclipse, please? These are all the large, they're not always easy to shuffle. There we go. Into the chamber of healing. Healing the divine chamber of Lady Isis. Okay, so you see this little dark chamber that this person would go into if they enter the chamber of healing. This really reminds me of just wanting to be alone and the solitude that we seek right now. And, you know, going into this dark chamber of healing is exactly what I was talking about earlier when I said, you know, you might just want to get under the covers, eat a chocolate, cry, watch a sad movie, whatever it is, and be okay with it. All right? Be okay with doing that. Forgive yourself for being a little bit lazy today, being over emotional. Go into this chamber of healing. Let me show you a little bit closer. Okay, allow yourself to do that. Allow yourself to go to the dark places, to deal with dark places within yourself. Dark things you've had to deal with from other people. The darkness of the eclipse is going to bring this kind of energy. You're going to feel it really heavy energy sometimes, and sometimes it's just nostalgia maybe, and you're thinking of somebody else and you want to cry because you miss them. Sometimes it's someone who made you so mad they really hurt you, whatever the case is. All right, whatever your stuff is now that you need to deal with, this is giving you permission to do that. Go in there, have that quiet dark space where you can just be with yourself, be with your emotions, you know, embrace this Cancerian energy where it's okay to be changeable and emotional at least, and crabby and all of that. And if you want to just be alone, be alone. Allow yourself to have that. Okay, this is also a version of self-love. Enter the chamber of healing. Allow yourself to do that. Okay, Lady Isis is also always very protective. I always think of her, you know, they all for me are just different archetypes, but she reminds me of like Archangel Michael, where they can take their wings and literally wrap you in them, protect you from whatever it is, and she just says, okay, it's fine, just be in the space, cry, and this is going to bring balance as well. We cannot carry the stuff with us all the time. This is what brings imbalance. So for me, balance is going to be restored, and something needs to happen in here. And maybe you are the only one who needs to know about it. Okay, that's how deep it is. Okay, let me ask for one more. What else can you tell us, please, about this energy tonight? What do we need to know? One moment. Okay, that was 3. I'm not going to take all 3 of them. One more card, please, for what we need to know tonight. Just about bent that one. Okay, there we go. Life restored. Priestess of the Phoenix. What do we associate a phoenix with? Okay, this is clearly not a phoenix. This is a scarab or a rhino beetle. Okay, but the phoenix rises from the ashes. It comes into a new state of being. All right, it destroys everything as it knows it, similar to like the Tower card in the tarot, or the Death card, where you have to have a symbolic death of something before it can be reborn into a new state of being. Let me show you this one nicely. Beautiful cards. I love these cards. Okay, so this is about restoring your life. This is about a symbolic death of who you used to be, or the way that you used to behave. This is also about behavior modification. Am I going to change the way that I behave, or the things that I do, the habits that I have? It could be anything. It could be you sitting down and crying because you've been overweight for 10 years and you need to sort it out. It could be sitting down and saying, you know, I was so terrible to that person and I've carried that burden for years. Let me pick up the phone tonight. And the two of you pick up the phone and that person answers and you apologize, and or they apologize, whatever the story is, and you sit and you cry together and say, you know what, I've really missed you. This is this kind of energy that's coming through tonight. And this is about life being restored. Maybe you have stopped living because you've been too busy with work. Maybe you have, you know, been too committed to other things that you've allowed life to get you bogged down. All you do is work, eat, and sleep. I've been there myself. I used to sleep on weekends because I was so exhausted and realized I had no life. So this is about life being restored. This is about rising like the phoenix out of the ashes. If you've been through a really tough time recently and you know, you think, well, I've gone to the bottom, there's no further that I can actually go. This is about this rebirth energy coming through. So allow yourself to die off. Allow that old self to die off. Be okay with it. Go into this temple of healing and let it be okay for you to die off so that you can have some kind of a rebirth. Release it. Allow it. Let it come. Okay, it's very important. Don't resist it. Every time we resist it, we're just delaying the inevitable. Okay, so I think I'm going to ask the Earth Wisdom cards if there's anything that needs to be added to that. Give them a quick shuffle. Okay, what do we need to know about this energy that's leaving us, or that is present for the full moon in Cancer? What do we need to know about tonight's full moon eclipse energy, please? Oh, that felt like it wanted to be picked. Okay, if it does, it will pop out. Here's our first one. The big picture. Okay. You know what I was just saying about living and remembering that we need to live and not getting sucked into this mentality where all we do is survive. We're in survival mode all the time. This is about seeing the big picture. This is about realizing that there are parts of yourself and parts of the world and your existence that had not even been discovered yet. Can you see there nicely? She's got a key over here that she's about to take and open that door with. Alright? This door brings all sorts of healing. I'm not sure what plant this is. This almost looks like comfrey. But I'm going to read from the book for you because these cards come with an association of a plant. And they also come with an association of a stone that you can use that associates with it. Alright? This is about bringing balance to yourself. This is about opening up this new passage or gateway or rite of passage that you're going to step through for this transformation to take place. Okay? Tonight's about a portal that we're basically walking through, or that is going to be affecting our lives in some way or another. Let me quickly have a look at the book for you, number 23. Okay, the big picture. Belladonna is the plant, I beg your pardon. Belladonna is said to open the chakras and expand consciousness. Malachite activates your psychic vision. It can be used for scrying and help you to focus on what is important. When situations feel chaotic, confused or unsolvable, it's easy to feel frustrated and throw in the towel. What is missing here is the key to understanding it all. There's more going on than meets the physical eye. Clear and open your chakras and allow your consciousness to expand. See the big picture and the key will be revealed. Alright, very similar to what we were talking about. And there's an affirmation with each of these. It says, I step back from chaos into calm. I allow myself to see the bigger picture. I trust the key I seek will be revealed. Alright, so this is about stepping back again, like I said, center yourself even. Well, when we were talking about things happening with your physical body, this is the same kind of thing. Step back, gain perspective, realize that you're not seeing the big picture. You're focusing on the small thing that's getting you all riled up. Gain perspective. Alright, realize that it will be revealed as well. Why this is happening will be revealed to you. The keys to what you're looking for will be found. But first you need to go through this process. Alright, okay, I'm only going to take one of those for now. Okay, and then I just want to ask Earth Magic Oracle what sort of energies are coming through here, because this is very primal kind of stuff. It's like fire, the sun, the moon, earth. It gives you just like really primal kind of energies. So I just want to see what it gives us. What are we talking about here? What are the energies and the feelings that are surrounding us right now? Let's see what else they can tell us. Okay, so what do we need to know tonight for the full moon in Cancer and the eclipse, please? What's most important for us tonight? Oh, there we go. Ancient healing wisdom, you know? This to me is like unlocking wisdom as well. It's about this phoenix energy. This is all old stories, and especially this as well. Enter the chamber of healing, ancient healing wisdom. Healing in the divine chamber of Isis. Okay, so go into this, go into a meditation, try and connect with your ancestors, your guides, your guardians. Say to them, what are you here to show me? Let me clear this old energy and this old karma, this family karma. You know, you get different types of karma. Money karma, physical karma as well. People who say that certain things are hereditary and stuff, that can be broken. Anyway, I won't get into that tonight. But if there's anything you need to release, anything that you hold as resentment, anything that's tied to your family even, stuff that you need to deal with, things that you blame parents or grandparents for, get it out, deal with it, say what you need to say to them, they can hear you. Make peace with certain things, okay, so that you can focus on what's really important. You're not living in the past, you're living in the present, you're dealing with this, and this is all about us now moving into our future, moving into who we should be, not dwelling on it and always living in the past and things that happened with us, and you're just like your granny or your grandfather or your mother or whatever the case is. You are you now, and this is what this is about. We realize that this is our journey here. We're not here to impress anybody, we're not taking any of them with us. Okay, maybe. But basically, at the end of the day, you're brought in here alone, and you pass out of here alone, and you have a mission to accomplish, and that's where we need to keep our focus. We're not living precariously through other people. We're not living the lives of those people from the past, and just identifying with this and saying what we need to say or feeling what we need to feel can bring some real healing for us. You may even want to do something like saging your house. You may want to do some kind of tribal ritual, whatever you are into, whatever's meaningful for you, that's what you need to do. Maybe you're going on a shamanic retreat, maybe you want to do something on the full moon that is very ritualistic or very shamanic or very spiritual, whatever your persuasions are. All right, maybe that's meaning for you. Maybe you just want to use some essential oils in your bath. That's ancient healing wisdom in its own way. All right, so all of these things can be integrated and they can help us, they can heal us. Have a cup of tea with sage in it so that it can calm you. That's a natural antidepressant. Have something with lavender. It's very calming. It helps to ease your nerves, especially when emotions are high like this. Think of what you can do to help yourself, to give yourself this space. If it's chocolate, fine. If it's herbal tea, fine. Whatever does it for you. Okay. All right, so let's see. What are we going to learn from this? What is going to come from this? What is going to come from this healing that happens tonight with the full moon? What can we look forward to? What are the results going to be? I know they sounded like a load of different questions, but they were actually just... Do you want to pop out? Should I put you back? Cartouche, divine names of power. All right. I spoke about this yesterday to somebody. I said, you know, words hold power. When people do manifestation techniques, when they do the 55 by 5 method, they're writing things down. You're showing intention. When you manifest, you show intention. You write something down, you make a commitment to it, you speak it. Speak things into existence. All right, so this is about words having power. When we say a prayer and we believe that the Lord's Prayer or St. Michael's Prayer or whatever it is that you believe in has power, you're absolutely right. And there's that saying that says words are spells. That's why it's called spelling. This is very, very true, okay? Words have got power. They could have the power to hurt someone. They have the power to heal somebody. Words, when they are sung, have got a certain frequency. If you're into anything like that, you'll know that frequency has got a huge bearing on physical stuff, mental stuff, emotional stuff. It can change your DNA, sound and frequency. So there is really power in your words, and there's power in the way that we speak to ourselves and we speak to other people. Okay, so this is saying to me, you need to start off in this new phase of yourself speaking to yourself differently. If you say, oh, I'm so unhealthy, or you say, and you keep saying to yourself, oh, stupid woman, look what you've done now. If you use that kind of talk with yourself, with other people, whoever it is, you need to stop doing that. You need to change it. You need to say things like, I can do better. I'm powerful. I can stand on my own. I can achieve this. I know that I can do this. We need to use positive words. We've become very, very negative in the way that we speak generally as a society. We've got hate speech. We've got all sorts of stuff going on. We've got slander all over social networking, which is really just so prominent, and I'm sure it's worse tonight than ever. But all of these kind of things, you know, words are things that you can't take back a lot of the time as well. You can say I'm sorry, but depending on the degree of how much pain you've caused with your words is whether that will actually heal or not, and up to that person whether they can heal from it or not. We need to remember that. Words hold power. They are your intent. I am going to travel to Europe next year. If you keep saying it, it will happen. If you say, I don't know how I'm going to, I'll never have any money, I don't have this, you know, that affects your abundance as well. Oh, well, we've never had money, we've always been poor. The more you say something, the more you believe it, even if people find themselves in an abusive situation. If I keep telling you that you're fat and ugly, you will believe that you're fat and ugly, and eventually that will manifest in your physical body. You won't care, you won't look after yourself, you'll be complacent, and you'll eventually become fat and ugly, okay? That is the easiest way for me to explain it to you. Words have got power. We need to be so, so mindful of how we speak to ourselves, how we speak to other people. Okay, if you're being mean and nasty to yourself or to anybody else, this is the time to change it. This is the time to set intentions through your speech, through your words. It's about speaking softly, speaking kindly, not speaking abrasively. Observe your words and your speech and how they affect things. See if you can use your voice. Do you sing beautifully? Can you use that to enrich other people's lives? contribute with your voice. Your voice has power. Speak up for somebody else. You know, see how many ways you can appropriate this, because this is life-changing stuff. Words have power. Remember that and see what you can do with them. See where your talents lie. Maybe you have to be a speaker. Maybe you have to stand up for other people. Maybe you have to become a singer, a politician, whatever. If you can serve others through your words, go for it. Internet YouTuber, who knows? Look at the options. Okay, what else do we need to know that will come out of this healing tonight, please? Maybe you need to go through this darkness to release your talents. What else do we need to know? There was too many. One card, please. What else do we need to know? Thank you. Divine Sun Child. Blessings of the Sun Falcon. I could be mistaken, but I'm sure this is also about Osiris or Osiris, whatever you want to call him, and Isis, where she resurrects him. Okay, so again, this is giving this resurrection energy that is like the life restored. We were talking about the phoenix. This is about resurrection, the divine sun child, blessings of the sun falcon. This is about being radiant. This is about being powerful. Look at these rich colors. It's really beautiful. I think this is also about, like I was saying, you're almost stepping through a portal and a different way of being. There's some kind of metamorphosis here and some evolution happening here. Tell you what, let's have a look at the book for this. Let's see what this one says. Divine Sun Child. Oh, here we go. No jokes, that's where I just opened it up. Okay. Blessings of the Sun Falcon, the Divine Sun Child, Horus. It was Horus, son of Isis and Osiris. Flow to you now. It is time to allow your life to flourish without limits. Let your light burn bright and without veil. Just like the midsummer sun burning without contest in the Egyptian desert, blessings of the Sun Falcon herald the time when your divine legacy is being born. It is your time to burn bright. To allow these sacred blessings to empower your creative birth now, in many ways you are guided to let go of thoughts or feelings that it is impossible or too hard or cannot be done. Okay? So let go of these bad words and replace them with possibilities, not obstacles. Alright? Let go of thoughts or feelings that it is impossible or too hard or cannot be done. Honoring the need to create as part of your natural life expression is a way for you to receive these blessings. You are born to shine like the sun. You just are, and there's no question that it will happen. Okay. It also indicates a new life-changing opportunity that is on its way to you. When your heart sings, say yes. Don't give up until you have your success. The sun will shine on you and you will succeed. This is beautiful. Okay. Change the way you speak to yourself. Change the way you speak about things. Watch where you are using sentences and words that are out of habit. Oh, well, we've always been poor. Oh, we've never got any money anyway. Oh, but I've always had this problem. Throw those out of the window, spit them out. Don't ever say them again. Replace them with something positive. I am healing. Not I've always had a problem with my back or whatever. I am healing. I can fix this. I can do this. I have potential. Alright. Okay, so lecture's over, I promise. So we're going to ask the Earth Wisdom Oracle what they have to add to this quick. What else? What is going to come out of this full moon energy tonight, please? What are the results going to be? to be told that the results are that you're going to have opportunities and you're going to shine brightly. I don't think it could get any better. Blessed sight. Okay, this is about having foresight to actually be able to see things, and this is about intuitively being connected as well, tapping into your intuition. And you don't need to be a medium or a psychic or anything like that. You just need to know when something feels off. When something feels right, it's right. When it feels wrong, it's wrong. I always say this. Okay, and this can bring great wisdom. You need to tap into that. You need to, like I say, maybe do a meditation. A meditation, you can lie back in bed and just close your eyes for 2 minutes. You don't have to sit in the lotus pose and have Om in the background and incense going. You know, you can just ask for something and sit back and wait for that information to come. And it will. We are inherently intuitive. Human beings are born with intuition. Whether you develop it or tap into it is up to you. Okay, as I said, I'm going to read from this book. Where did I put it? Blessed Sight 28. Okay, the plant here is lavender. I was talking about lavender a few minutes ago, about how calming and helpful it can be. Lavender soothes the soul, the mind, and the emotions. That's exactly what we need right now. When we are calm, it's easier to see good in the world, the blessings in any situation, and understand the lessons to be learnt. Rhodochrosite is the stone. This is a lovely stone that increases your inner strength. Difficult situations are a part of life. While they're not pleasant at any time, they play important roles in our lives. Or they can if you have the right mindset. The divine and your inner divine self can see the big picture. Didn't we just get the big picture? Just now, that's what this card was. Okay, you've been given the key to see the big picture. So, the divine and your inner self can see the big picture, allowing you to glean important lessons about life and about yourself. Engaging your divine sight allows the blessing of calm, understanding, which helps bring back balance. The affirmation is, I am calm and strong, alert and flexible. Challenges help me grow, and I am grateful for the lessons. That fits together quite beautifully. Thank you. Okay, and then we're going to ask Earth Magic Oracle what they have to add. Okay, what is going to come from the healing energy that we have, the uncomfortable healing energy that we have here tonight with the full moon, please? What are the results going to be? Activation. This could not be more spot on, okay? You're being activated. The wind can activate certain things. The wind can also blow things away. I have this Goddesses and Sirens deck with the goddess Oya, and she's a stormbringer. And I love to stand in the wind sometimes because they say Goddess Oya blows away all the debris, all the stuff that's stuck and stagnant in your life. She brings new energy for you, and she sort of shakes things up. She blows out all the energy and she fills you with this fresh air and this invigorating air. If you've ever stood outside when the storm's on its way and that wind's just blowing in all directions, and if you catch it at a certain angle and it feels almost like it's blowing through you, that's a really good time to just say, take that negative energy off me. All right, and at the same time you can suck that energy in that the wind is giving you, and you can say, okay, this is filling me up, this is energizing me, and you can actually tap into that, and this can activate, this really can activate you. So this is showing that something is being woken up within you after you've gone through this period. This is all about us, okay? And we've been working for months to get to a place where we understand and acknowledge and accept that looking after us is not selfish. You know that you see the caption all the time, self-care is not selfish. That's exactly true. And this is what this is about. Like I say, if you want to go cry and eat chocolate, tonight it's okay. Because tomorrow you're going to be reborn. You're going to speak to yourself differently. You're going to have opportunities. You're going to say yes to something that could change your life. Opportunities abound right now. Okay, manifestation is high. Make sure that you are manifesting positively, with positive words, positive affirmations, positively speaking to other people. Okay, we can manifest negatively as easily as what we can manifest positively, so we need to watch out for that. We can speak negatively and bring that energy around us as much as we can say, wonderful things are happening, opportunities are all around me, I'm so grateful for everything. Gratitude brings abundance. Always remember that. The minute you say thank you for whatever it is, you will get more of it. Thank you for the love around me. Thank you for the money I have. Thank you we have food on the table. Simple things like that. Saying thank you brings more. Okay. So we are in a time of activation. This blessed sight is coming in for us as well. We're going to be able to see the way forward. We're going to be able to say yes because we have that gut instinct. We're going to speak better about ourselves and about others and use this to create the manifestations we want in our lives. Okay, guys, this was really lovely. I enjoyed this reading this evening, and I wish you everything of the best. I hope you have the most beautiful full moon, and please remember, if you want to cry or you want to scream into your pillow, whatever, embrace that, allow it. You need it. You can't be activated if you don't allow the debris to be blown away. Okay, that's got to go first. And you need to say, nice knowing you. Thank you for the lessons. I acknowledge you. I appreciate you. But I'm now saying goodbye. It's over. Alright, so enter the chamber of healing. Tap into your ancient healing wisdom. Whoever or whatever you think can help you right now, whatever you need to do. Get ready to burn out completely so that you can be reborn. Okay? So that you can be activated. So that you can see the big picture and be given the key to step through that portal to get into a different new state of being. Alright, that is it. I thank you all very, very much for always supporting me and contributing and being there for me. I do appreciate you. You all are very important to me. So I just wanted to say thanks for that and for everything this past year, and I wish you a beautiful weekend further. Take care. Bye-bye.